The results of a study conducted over a 50-year time period revealed that nearly 50% of our time spent in the communication process is spent listening. This reveals how crucial of an element listening actually is to the process of communication. According to the International Listening Association, listening is the process of receiving, constructing meaning from, and responding to spoken or nonverbal messages. If we're all honest with ourselves, listening is a very hard skill to obtain. So I'm here today to present to you 5 skills which, if obtained, will help us all become more effective listeners. Those 5 skills include active listening, listening for total meaning, listening with empathy, listening with an open mind, and listening ethically. The first skill that I want to talk about today is active listening. Listening is not something that comes natural. Listening actually takes effort. So controlling our posture by sitting upright and focusing our complete attention on the speaker helps us listen more effectively. Thinking about what's being said. Take notes, formulate questions, and summarize the speaker's thoughts are all ways to help us think more deeply about what's actually being said. Avoid the entertainment syndrome. We all know that we're not going to be entertained or amused by every message that we hear, so let's just avoid that thinking altogether. The second skill that I want to present to you today is listening for total meaning. Meaning is found in both the verbal and nonverbal behavior of the speaker. What a speaker includes or omits in his or her message speaks volume to the actual meaning of the message. Use the speaker's consistencies and inconsistencies to develop the total meaning of the message. Try to make a connection of the overall theme throughout the message. And don't resist difficult messages, because remember, something can always be learned from every message that you hear. The third skill that I want to talk about today is listening with empathy. Empathy is the process in which we're able to feel what the other person is feeling. Listening with empathy actually happens in 2 different stages. The first stage is feeling empathy, and the second stage is expressing empathy. Feeling empathy is seeing it from the other person's point of view. Try to truly understand, try to truly see out of that person's eyes, out of that person's mind. Try to understand what thoughts are going through that person's mind. Understand the speaker's thoughts and feelings. And avoid offensive listening, which is listening to bits and pieces in order to formulate an attack or find fault in the speaker's message. The second part of listening with empathy is expressing our empathy. This is usually done natural if we truly understand the speaker's thoughts and we truly feel what the speaker is feeling. It's done through facial expressions and our body language and head nods. And like I said, it's usually done naturally if we truly do understand and we truly do feel what the speaker feels and what the speaker thinks. The fourth skill that I want to talk about today is listening with an open mind. Avoid judging the speaker's message until it's fully understood. Don't filter out messages because they're hard to hear. And recognize your own biases. We got to all realize that we all do, whether we like it or not, have a worldview, and we have a process that we go through that helps us make choices and helps us formulate our opinions about things. And we got to put those aside when we're listening with an open mind in order to effectively hear what the speaker is trying to convey to us. And don't reconstruct the speaker's message to make it fit your beliefs. The last skill that I present to you today is listening ethically. Ethically, we have 2 responsibilities. Give the speaker an honest hearing and give the speaker honest feedback by using constructive criticism. Remember that effective listening is an essential element in the communication process. By developing the 5 skills that I've presented to you today, active listening, listening for total meaning, listening with empathy, listening with an open mind, and listening ethically, our communication with others will be more effective. Let's face it, communication is part of our everyday life. Let's learn how to do it more effectively by listening with intent.